Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, a podcast that spends each episode delving into a mystical new video game, exploring its charms and challenges, and helping you decide if it should be next on your list. I'm your host, Emma.
Rylan.
Shawn.
Join us for this week's discussion episode as we escape reality and enter the metaphysical. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide.
Welcome to episode 3.
I thought we were on 2.
Well, no, episode 2 was the mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
Right, good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is episode 3, the second episode.
Oh, I guess this episode you'll tell us what the other episodes are called.
I will.
Oh, okay.
I will. Yeah.
Episode 3, where we learn about the other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, welcome back. This is a part 2 episode for Arctic Awakening. If you missed last episode, I highly recommend going back and listening. We give a more critical rating of different aspects of the game.
Oh, it's critical.
It's pretty
Very
critical,
yeah.
but we're gonna spoil it in this episode.
Yeah.
We're just mostly
so spoiled.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our experiences throughout the chapters. And
Mostly your experiences.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rylan and Shawn are gonna get to hear about really the meat of this game plot-wise, because wowee.
Wowee. Yeah. Wow, we did not know much about the plot, but you do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But real quick before we begin the episode, don't forget to give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/letmebeyourgg, where you can view episodes early as they post sometime on Sunday, a couple days before the episode posts everywhere else. And that's for free. Join for free and you get those episodes early.
No cost.
If you want to join our $1 tier, which is the Achievement Unlocked tier, you can get access to our Press Start series, which is me playing the first hour of the game that we're talking about those next 2 weeks, and occasionally Rylan and Shawn are there in the ether commenting and experiencing it with me. It's just a good time, and we were just talking about this. New Year's is coming up. There will be a bonus episode of just bloopers.
I'm
from
so excited to hear
I
it.
can't wait.
The rants, the things that we talk about that don't make it into the episode. So honestly, maybe it'll just be for us, and people who are in the Patreon will be like, what the hell is this? But if you're in the Achievement Unlocked tier level, you will get access to that bonus episode. So we also are on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG with no spaces. That's LetMeBeyourGG, no spaces. And we're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. Turn on notifications. You will get notified when we go live. We do have a scheduled live every other Thursday where we react to trailers for the games that are coming up. But if you really don't want to pay that $1, but you want to see the Press Start episodes and you have notifications turned on, you'll get notified when we go live for the Press Start episodes. So just a little workaround if you're trying to save those dollars.
Yeah.
You can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide, and you can also email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. This is the best way to send in game requests. Just make sure you put game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. And this time last year, do you guys have any guesses of what we were playing this time last
shoot, I was
year?
supposed to be thinking about this.
Yeah, because last episode we were discussing a ranger, so this will be a rating episode. We were rating a game. Do you guys remember?
So a ranger would have been my pick.
Mm-hmm.
And so it either would have been a listener pick if we had one at that point, or it would have been your pick, Emma.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you a hint. We did not have, we weren't doing listener picks quite yet.
Okay, yes,
So it was
for the
my
listeners. It was an Emma chosen game.
Mm-hmm.
Self-loss?
No, that was
No.
your choice.
No, that was
it?
my
that
choice.
was Emma's
Okay.
No,
But
we've
it
already
wasn't self-loss?
passed. We've passed self-loss.
Refine. No, it wouldn't be refine self. That was much earlier, I think.
Oh yeah. That was like the third episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the games that you've picked specifically. Huh. I don't know.
Can I have like a one-word hint? Like a word association?
She's giving us a hint.
Is this a
right now.
hint?
Yeah, that's
Is
a
it
hint.
like a? Is
I
it
was
like a?
singing a song from one of the
Oh wait, do it
sections
again.
of-
Do it again. I'm listening.
Okay. Do 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 do
Yeah, I still don't know.
This was a special Christmas thing that happened in the game.
Yes. I was like, this is in my brain. This was Dark Side Detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't very good at singing that.
No,
song.
No,
you
it's
got
like
her just
little
enough.
bells.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I was listening to that song like just a few months ago.
It's good. It's a good song.
I think you'd mentioned the soundtrack and I was like, oh yeah, I should get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Dark Side Detective, fun stuff.
Yeah, we were rating Dark Side Detective.
That
which
was a fun one.
it was a fun one, and there's a sequel that we still haven't played. So
I own it.
Yeah, I own
Yeah,
it too. I
yeah.
have not played it.
I was stupid. I didn't buy it at the time.
You silly person.
Oh,
Idiot.
Man.
Yeah, so check that episode out. It was a good grand old time. And before we get into the meat of this game, let's talk about our final ratings. I rated this game a 3.5.
What did I put? 2.7, I think. Somewhere.
What? 2.8, I think.
2.8?
You were right below self-loss, which I think...
I forget. That's how much I cared about this rate. And I was like, oh, fuck that. Like,
you gave it a 2.8.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so I gave it a 2.2, and I will give if you didn't listen to the last episode, you got to go back and listen because we gave a lot of disclaimers about how this is not a game for me. I didn't even finish the game, so what do I know? But it's not for me. It's not a game I liked.
Yeah, I will also caveat mine as well. If you listen to the previous episode that I said, I also did not finish. So just a caveat into that.
Yeah.
So
I did finish, and this is a game for me. So
Yeah.
3.5. It was fine. It was a good time. And we're going to learn all about it right now.
Let's go.
Lego.
All right. So we have chapter 1. And we talked about this last episode, but there was potential for this game to be released in episodes on a monthly schedule, but they decided to release them all at the same time, like a good Netflix series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, episode 1 is titled First Awakening. The game starts with your character Kai piloting a plane over the Alaskan wilderness in the year 2062, accompanied by his old war buddy Donovan and a therapy robot Alfie. The team is tasked with delivering some sort of cargo. Suddenly, mid-flight, the plane is slashed in half as the tail is cut clean off. Donovan decides to eject himself from the plane, urging Kai to do the same, but he goes down with the aircraft. After coming to, Kai finds himself in the middle of the wilderness. Alfie is powered back on, and Kai makes contact with Donovan over his walkie-talkie. The next few days are filled with survival and attempts to locate Donovan, who has described his surroundings as some sort of power plant. But the more Kai explores, the weirder the surroundings get. There's a strange energy plant just, I think it was west. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was west.
Mm-hmm.
Just west of Kai's camp that seems to have been abandoned. Strange old-style automatons keep extinguishing your distress signals, and his quest to locate Donovan has uncovered more than he bargained for.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right,
So-
that is the description of episode 1.
That was, I mean, I don't honestly think I need any more in there. I think
No,
that's kind of
there's
it.
so much.
so much.
There's
Yeah,
so
no,
much.
no. So, okay. So I'm starting on chapter 1. I'll explain a little bit of how I played it and what happened. So,
Sure.
yeah, you crash in the Alaskan wilderness. You don't know where Donovan's at. You wake up, you're in the plane, you get out, and then you see your automaton buddy there. And so you boot him up and you call him a piece of junk and you do not like him. And he wakes up and he's super polite and happy.
Mhm.
And then you're trying to figure out where Donovan went. And that's when he describes that he landed by some power plant. And so you're trying to find him while also trying to survive. So the first night, you stay in the plane, you light a little fire. That's pretty much the night. Some things happen where, at least for me, well, for everybody, there was some spooky stuff that was out there. So you had to grab your fiery branch and wave at it like a caveman. I had no idea that it was in the sky, but it was.
Yeah.
And so that took a while because I didn't look up. So
okay, I didn't either.
Yeah. So after a while of doing that, you go back to sleep. You wake up and then you decide you're going to go try to find Donovan. So you take a real conscious effort to try to find him. So I gathered some supplies. I followed my automaton buddy and we get to a ginormous plant. And we're trying to figure out like what's in there, what's going on. Is Donovan there? You go inside and it looks like an old like research facility. And so you're trying to figure out kind of what's going on. And then
we get our first key card here.
we do get our first key card.
Connie Abrams.
Connie
The
Abrams.
mysterious Connie Abrams.
Yeah, no one knows.
Who's Connie?
Yeah, yeah, nobody knows. So after you go there, you're still trying to find Donovan, but you decide that you're going to go back to the plane and go ahead.
Well, in that plant, there is a poster that says 2052.
Uh-huh.
So
It's for the Earth Day celebration or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
So
see
it
that.
seems like the people that were here inhabited and were working on this facility 10 years ago.
Because the game takes
Ah.
place in 2062. I don't know if we
Yeah.
said that or
I
not.
think I did. Yeah.
You did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
But yeah, so it seems like that's the last sign of life at this place, which
Yeah.
you never really figure out what happens. I'm just going to spoil that now,
Damn.
which I'm like, oh, you want to know what happened to these people, which is also why I'm like, maybe there's a prequel.
It's ironic
Maybe.
that the last known trace of people was Earth Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah, that is very interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God, wait, maybe I actually know what happened.
Wait,
Oh my God.
was it eco-terrorism?
Probably.
We'll get there. Actually, I think you literally just, like, it just clicked in my mind what
Your
happened.
boy's smart.
Nice.
I'm an
dude.
idiot. God, that might move my rating up. Maybe.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay, anyways.
That's the first time I ever understood something about the game that you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting that it was Earth Day. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, also, yeah, replay the game and get more facts.
yeah.
Put
Yeah.
more pieces together.
Okay, now that I'm having this like brain moment of understanding kind of
It's
what
your
happened.
moment.
Yeah. I think I do want to no. 3.5 is fine. It's fine. Anyways, you do something in this facility that you try to power
Yeah,
it
no,
on.
yeah,
it's
you try to
like a
power it
huge
on.
satellite. Like the building is like a huge satellite dish thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like a big fenced in area where there's like a bunch of turbines or something. At least they kind of looked like
Yeah.
turbines, but they were horizontal, not vertical.
The place is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
The walking sim is like, you got to walk so much to get there.
Yeah.
At this point, we're probably an hour and a half into the game, just trying to get to this point, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah,
An hour
possibly.
at least.
Well, no, because I'm oh God.
Oh, that's right. Because you did it in your.
Oh, okay. So a little less time than that, but it feels like, you okay?
Hold on.
Okay.
I keep getting like this little catch in my throat.
Is it climate
probably-
cough?
Oh my God, maybe. Okay, sorry.
Is climate cough a thing from the game or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm hip with the references.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So what were we talking about?
We're heading back to the plane.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're powering on the tower.
No.
We saw a
Before that-
poster.
We collected all the canned food that was on the ground in the snow.
Well,
Like
yeah.
a klepto.
I did
Yeah,
not
like a
collect all of
freak.
it,
I
but I
guess-
did collect
No,
quite a
just
bit of
kidding.
it.
Not really kleptomaniac
Yeah.
because it's your stuff and
Yeah.
you're trying to survive. So never mind.
Yeah.
I felt like I had something else to say about that area because it like powers on and it powers off and then you're like, man, it's not working.
Okay, so you're
Well, you're trying to figure out.
I think actually you powered it on and then it starts like powering all of the other towers. Like Donovan can now see this like
well, yeah,
Yeah.
there's some
the
orange
tower.
glow or some crap.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Yes.
on your way back to the plane, you walk
Mhm.
past that tower. Okay.
Yep.
You also get an amplifier while you're there
Yep,
Yeah.
you do get an amplifier. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good point.
and a drill.
Yeah, that's true.
And a crowbar and a hammer.
Couple
You ever
things.
use that stuff?
Nope.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I freaking knew it.
So, we head back, and at least for me, I did not use rope. I just climbed onto the rock and then fell down. So,
You fell?
yeah, did you guys use the rope to
Wait.
like climb down to the plane again?
Oh, I don't think there was a rope there. I think
Oh,
you're
I
supposed
grabbed
to
the
fall.
rope on my way. And so I was thinking I could use it there.
No, the items you pick up don't matter.
Oh, okay.
You do use the rope later.
Oh, okay.
When for a lot of the climbing mechanics, Alfie will fly up and throw the rope down. So for like extremely high climbs, you can't start climbing on the wall until he's thrown the rope down.
So if you don't pick up the rope, I wonder what you do.
I don't know. I think he
matter.
might. Yeah, he probably always has the rope.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there are some things that you pick up, and we didn't really talk about this last episode, but it will like show up in your plane. Like I picked up some vials that helped grow plants. So there was a bunch of plants growing in my plane.
Oh,
that's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You get back to the plane. You decide that you're still trying to find Donovan, but you also need to start making an SOS so that way people can find you. Or I guess actually when you fall down, you're getting back up and then it starts getting later in the day. So you've been out for a little bit. You get up, you start walking back to the plane. Alfie's really worried about you. He's like, "Are you okay? You know, that was a 7-meter fall or something like that." He exclaims. He's like, you could have some serious injury with that. And you're like, "Whatever, I hate you, you junk piece of crap. Get out of my way. I got stuff to do." And so you go back to the airplane and it starts getting late at this point. But you and Donovan hear a plane going by.
Yeah.
And so you're like, "Oh man, like I could shoot my flare gun or I could not shoot my flare gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's really foggy out. I don't know if people will see my flare, but I could try in an attempt anyways."
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have, but I did it anyway just to see what would happen because they're not going to see it because it's so foggy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened. So you really, Emma mentioned this a lot in the last episode, but you really have to play it kind of like a survival sim. A walking survival sim, because that probably changed my outcome. So,
probably not.
Oh, okay. Well then,
because I mean,
shoot as many flares as you want.
There was only one other opportunity to shoot the flare, but Alfie does give you a lot of shit for shooting that flare.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
After.
Yeah, he was like, "I can't believe you used that. Like, obviously they weren't going to see it. So what were you thinking?" And you're like, "Well, fuck you, dude."
Yeah. Did you fire it?
I fired it. Yeah, I wasn't interested in a robot.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, if this was a real survival situation, I probably would have fired the flare also.
Oh yeah.
Because like, of course, there's a plane going over right now.
Like you can maybe
this is my
never,
chance.
maybe that plane never flies over again.
Like,
so I was like, I need to try. I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying right now.
I better wait for the most possible ideal situation
to
shoot the flare. No, I'm trapped.
Yeah. That's kind of why I shot it too. But at the same time, like I was like, they're probably not going to see it because it's so foggy out. But even within the foggy light, they'll see something.
I don't know. Alfie sure knew a lot about surviving out there for somebody that didn't know how to help you any other way.
So
seemed like he wanted you to be trapped.
Also, Kai never calls for a very, 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 very long time, he just refers to Alfie as drone. He never calls Alfie by his name.
Yeah.
So he's always saying drone. The only reason you know his name is Alfie is if you have the subtitles on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just like a fun thing that you would discover, because he does say his name once in the game. If you weren't playing with subtitles, maybe that part of the game you'd be like, oh, I know his name now, which is interesting to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of your first big decision.
Yeah, if you're gonna shoot or not. So yeah, we all shot. I wonder what would happen if you didn't, but it seems like maybe nothing. So
I think you would have gotten shit from Donovan probably.
Yeah, so different
Donovan was
choice.
saying that
he was like,
shoot
it.
Yeah.
So I think it would have affected your relationship with either one of them. Yeah. And I think that's really what the decisions were doing. It was really shaping the relationships, not the outcome of the game.
Yeah, I think there were the 2 big decisions I can think of in chapter 1 to make that felt like big decisions. Were the first one was like, do you want to stay overnight in that radio tower or that radio situation? Which I stayed the night there.
I stayed in the airplane.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I stayed the night there.
You stayed as well. Yeah. Which I was wondering, like, is something going to happen? At this point, I was really thinking like, oh, your choices do affect the story. Like something different's going to happen. Sounds like that may not have been the case. Besides dialogue.
What was the dialogue that happened with you guys when you decided to go to the tower instead of stay at the plane?
I mean, you just stay there, it fades to black, and you wake up and you keep moving.
Oh.
Basically.
Yeah. In talking with Alfie, he's like, well, why don't you want to stay there? Like, that's a better shelter. You'd be safer. Like, why don't you want to stay there?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, because the plane crashed here, and if people are looking for us, they're going to look for the plane wreckage, so that's why I'm staying here. And he's like, well, I don't want to be in that contaminated facility anyways, or something like that. And I was like,
weird.
Okay, well, cool. If he's good with it, whatever. So
Yeah.
I will say the last note I took for this chapter is I'm starting to be suspicious of Alfie.
Oh, interesting.
And I think a lot of this game, I was really battling if I could trust Alfie or not.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because I don't know if it happened in this chapter or in this episode or if it was episode 2, but there was like an energy surge. Do you guys remember this? It was like a surge of energy that like made the sky look all weird.
It's when you're walking to Donovan's camp at the end of chapter 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this weird energy surge, and then Alfie goes out, and then he comes back again, and I was just like, what is going on? And I couldn't tell, like, because there are these other automatons around, and I was just like, I don't even know if this is like real. Like, what is? I'm so weirded out by this whole like relationship with Alfie.
Well, I wasn't really suspicious of Alfie. I was just annoyed by him.
Yeah.
You know, for different reasons, but I kind of took that more of like whatever is happening. It's like kind of like an anti, like because birds fell from the sky at the same time as that, and then also like originally like your plane crashed from this like. It was a very similar like power surge kind of thing as when your plane crashes at the beginning. So I thought it was just like kill all the electronics, like temporarily like shoot down everything in the sky. Poor
like
birds.
an EMP.
Yeah. I think Kai even says like, oh, that was like kind of like an EMP but different.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Is there anything else in chapter 1 we want to talk about before moving on to episode?
Well, I
episode
think
2?
just leading up to episode 2 is really like because you created that orange light in the sky and Donovan can see it and you know where it is, you guys work together to kind of triangulate his direction relative to you, and he's hurt so he can't travel.
Yeah, he broke his leg.
And so you head off in the direction of him, and you eventually get to like a road, and you start to see like different things from this facility. Looks like almost like a parking complex at one point. Different things as you're going there, and it takes like fucking forever. And this was really kind of my like a little bit mental exit from the game because that took way too long to get there.
Yeah, I forget that you actually get to Donovan's camp at the end of episode 1.
But it does take so long.
Yeah.
But that's where you have that other EMP. You're kind of like seeing like the scope of this operation. It's not just one like communication tower. It's like there's like huge structures. There's like roads that they've put in here.
Yeah.
You eventually get to this huge like hydroelectric facility at this giant waterfall with like crazy pipes and turbines and all this stuff. And that's where Donovan kind of landed. You see his parachute. Well, Kai saw his parachute. I, as a player, didn't, so I wandered around until I finally figured it out. And then you see that Donovan, or there's like drag marks leading from Donovan's camp. And this was something that was interesting to me. Was Kai was like really annoyed. He's like, God damn it, Donovan. Like, if you're lying to me about being hurt, like he was really frustrated.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like drag marks, like that's weird. And Kai eventually comes around like, this isn't normal. But at first he's like kind of pissed off at Donovan that he's not there. And Donovan's not answering his phone anymore, his watch or whatever anymore either. So you follow these drag marks quite a ways to the edge of this cliff. After you walk on some like pipes over the waterfall that you should not walk on.
Oh, I know. I was like, I would be crawling. If anything, I would be like hooked onto that thing, like inching myself away.
Over. Yeah.
That was a huge waterfall. But anyways, when you look over the cliff, you see another plane crash down there, and it looks like it's somebody else's base.
Yeah.
And that's the end of chapter 1.
Yeah.
And now you know that there may be other people out here. Something happened to Donovan. He was dragged off.
Yeah.
End of chapter 1. Very like thrilling, I guess.
Can I say one thing that I was really pissed off about?
Yeah.
Making that SOS pissed me off.
That's the time that I timed out and it just moved forward.
Oh, yeah. Because it takes so fucking long.
It does.
Yeah.
You grab a rock and walk it over there.
When they were talking about it, I was like, I was about to... This was actually a time where I was like, I need to look up if you actually have to make the whole thing. Like, there's no way they're going to make you through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I got through like the S, I think, and maybe it stopped there.
Yeah, I started at the bottom of the S, and I'm like, okay, I like walked in the snow to like make an S, and then I started like following the things, and then Alfie's just standing there with his light, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And
showing
then I'm
you
like,
where to
yeah,
put
and
the
I'm like,
rock.
oh, I'm dumb. He's telling me where to put it. I just need to
Yeah.
listen.
I feel like that part did go on too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I abandoned that, and I was looking for the Cairn to breathe, so I kind of.
They were like,
and then
anyways.
I think it was timed because then it just faded to black. Because I think what probably happened to you guys is you were doing the SOS, and eventually it just started fading to black.
Yeah.
I was finished breathing and was running back up, and then it blacked out, and I was like, I didn't need to do this.
No.
But anyways,
It's just there to kill time.
yeah.
Yep.
10 hours long.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move into
Sorry.
episode 2. Which,
I don't need to be so salty because I didn't even play the whole thing. So
well, yeah, we're about to get to the point where you didn't play.
Yeah,
so,
pretty soon.
Yeah, episode 2, Echoes. That was the title of
that's a good
episode
title.
2.
Oh, the title of episode 1 makes me feel like there's more awakenings in this game. That sounds crazy because it's called First Awakening.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's true.
Sounds crazy.
We'll find out.
After discovering Donovan's camp to be empty and his body to have been potentially dragged away, Kai sets off on a journey to find him. Along the way, he and Alfie stumble upon another crashed plane, which seems to have been struck down in a similar way. The episode unfolds the story of Holly and Naomi as a conspiracy theory takes hold of Holly and potentially becomes more truth than conspiracy.
Wowza.
Yeah. And the weird thing about the start of this episode was that you started back at your plane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had to travel back.
Well, yeah, you're like, I got to figure out how to get there.
I was like, you were just
You
there.
were just there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, sure, you maybe didn't know how to get down the cliff, but like,
Yeah.
let me walk all day to get back home. And then I'll walk all day to get, no.
Yeah. I mean, you do go a different way to
You
get
do.
there. Yeah. So, but Rylan, do you want to talk about your experience with the beginning of this episode?
Sure. I believe, So I think you almost pretty quickly just go on out there again. You were trying to, that there's the other drones in the area that will put out your fires. In the first chapter, we didn't mention this, but you do try to catch a dead tree on fire to try to attract some attention. But some drones come and they put it out like really fast. And so, like, that's weird. Like, what are they doing? And of course, Alfie's no help. So you get the plan, like, I'm going to follow them this time. So you light the tree on fire again. They come. I did not know which way you were supposed to go, but I guessed correctly. I don't know if that was clear to you. Basically, you go back the same direction towards the
Comms tower?
no, the comms tower. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I just kind of guessed. I didn't know where you're supposed to go.
I think I actually was able to see the drone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't have to guess, but
Yeah.
it was going fast. So.
Yeah. So you go that way. And there was an elevator shaft there previously that now you can use the key card that you picked up to go.
And it also wasn't powered because you hadn't turned on
because you hadn't turned it on. Okay, yeah. I wonder if you could interact with this earlier in the game. It probably
I
wouldn't
tried,
let you.
and you couldn't.
Okay, I guess you
No.
were over there to breathe and shit.
Yeah.
So you go up that way, and basically you have this different route that you're taking to the camp that you saw at the bottom of the cliff. And I think as soon as you get up there, you kind of have a couple directions. You can either go left or you can go right.
Mm-hmm.
And right looks more like a well-traveled, like it's like a road or like or like a path.
Yeah. One way's like an actual road. The other way's like a back trail almost.
But it looks like maybe that's the way that something has been more recently or something like that. I don't remember how that's determined.
Yeah.
But it's like a real path to travel or like, something that somebody might have went recently. So I went that way, not towards the road, which
Dang it. I went that way too.
yeah.
My thought was, I was like, I feel like someone's going to see me on the road. And I was like, yeah, it'd be nice to be saved, but I don't really trust the people. So
Yeah.
I want to go the way that I'm probably not going to run into someone if they're like capturing Donovan and stuff like that.
This is interesting because I didn't feel very paranoid in this game.
Oh my God, I was so paranoid.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, and then my first note for this chapter is I definitely don't trust Alfie.
Oh,
Because
okay.
at one point you learn, I think when you're walking through, like you kind of walk through a tunnel at one point. maybe in this walk. I think it's in this walk. And there's like signs that write like, don't trust the drones. And,
yeah, that's in this walk.
Yeah. And Alfie starts saying things that seems like he's really trying to change my opinion on things. And I was just like,
I thought it's because he's a therapy drone. He's trying to give you different perspectives.
I don't know. I just didn't trust him. Some of the things he said, I was like, I don't like this. But yeah.
Alfie.
Well, and I was paranoid. I was like, are there people still out here, or is it just the drones? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm gonna run into. So I was trying to be like stealthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was interesting because this was like a fork in the road that they're like, one of the forks in the road that they were kind of intentional, which we did have one in chapter 1 too, on your way to Donovan's camp.
Yeah.
But I did some backtracking and they take you the same direction basically. You don't really miss much.
Yeah.
And so this I thought might be similar. But I went on and I think you have 2 different forks in the road.
Yeah.
And the second fork in the road, I made the wrong turn. So I was up on a little hill and I saw the right way. So I just had to backtrack just a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Did you just get...
I went.
You
Yeah.
went the right way?
I guess so.
Yeah. So, but that was a little bit of a bummer that I had to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you get to that cave that you're talking about. It's more like a part of the facility.
It's like a tunnel.
Yeah, it's like a tunnel. It's part of the facility.
It's like a road that goes through.
And there's like a hatch that I don't know it says
I was
there's all
too-
this writing on it, like don't trust the drones, like don't open this. I think it's like a hatch that would release a drone or some crap.
I don't know, but I didn't do the right. I think right trigger probably would have just gotten me dialogue, but I was scared he was going to open it and it said don't open. So I was like, well, I'm not even going to interact with it.
Yeah,
but
it
it
was
says
like kind of eerie for sure.
Yeah, and it says something a little bit like mind control or something.
It was a little bit conspiracy theory. This was like handwritten with like colors and stuff. It wasn't like a sign or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then eventually you make it back to the plane.
You do.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's been abandoned. It doesn't look like there's anybody around. I was kind of bummed you couldn't go inside the plane. I thought that'd be kind of fun because it was like a big like almost like curtains covering the entrance to it, and you don't go in, but you can kind of walk around the area and see their little camp. They have like a little tarp that's hanging over part of it so that you have more like covered area. There's a little campfire, but really the main thing that you're interacting with there's a little shrine that they've set up, and it's like to remember Naomi, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's like R.I.P. Naomi and it's got some items there. I don't remember all the items. Maybe you do, but
no, it was a really long time ago that I played this
Yeah.
chapter, so I'm glad you have a little bit more memory than I do. And I didn't totally know. I mean, you get the recorder.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Like the tape recorder that has to be decrypted to basically hear what's on it. And Alfie helps you with that. I think there's a map. You either pick up the map there or you pick it up later.
I think you get it there because I saw the map. No, you do get it later.
Yeah.
No, you do get it there.
Because it kind of shows you how you get a map.
You
at
get
one
it.
point.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Making this take way too long.
The only thing that's important that you pick up really at
Is
that
the voice
point is the voice recorder. Yeah.
And with that voice recorder, so Alfie has to, it's old technology or something, or it's not, the voice recorder itself doesn't work, but he can get a backup of it. So he has to decrypt it. And then, so as you're taking your next stretch of your journey, which is, maybe this is from the map. I don't know. You're continuing on your journey. Alfie is getting pieces of this recording out for you. And it's basically the story of, 2 women. Can't remember.
Holly and Naomi.
Holly
is, Naomi's from Alaska. And she like flies planes.
And Holly is, I don't remember what she wants to, but she's the one on the voice recorder.
She kind of tricks Naomi into flying over this area.
Yeah, it seems like she's kind of a fringe journalist, maybe.
Yeah.
And she kind of has a conspiracy theory about like, oh, they're doing stuff out here.
Yeah.
And so she convinces Naomi to like fly out there. And she's voice recording the time that they're out there. And so you move on and you're hearing these recordings, and it's kind of their conversations. And I don't remember if there's anything super huge that you hear in there otherwise than I discussed, than what I just discussed. But you do eventually get to another structure, which appears to be where, I think it's where Holly was staying. And I'm guessing this is post Naomi.
No, because there's pictures of Naomi in there.
But is that from before?
I don't know.
It seems weird that she would go back to the plane crash site and build an R.I.P. Naomi if they weren't living at the plane, because they definitely were like hanging out at the plane for a while and then moved on.
Yeah.
And so my thinking is like Naomi maybe died in the plane crash or died afterwards.
Oh, she didn't die.
Oh, okay. Oh, ever?
No. Well, so maybe you didn't get to this voice recording.
Well,
Naomi
but
made
she,
it. Naomi
she dies,
made it.
right? Because that's like
Naomi
an R.I.P. Naomi, isn't it?
Naomi made it to this second area because you take shelter there, and this is where you have that dream. But when you go into the shelter, there's pictures of Holly and Naomi together. There's a bunch of conspiracy theory stuff like plastered on the walls. There's codes. There's a diary that you can read, like if you figure out the code to open the diary.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kai starts reading it, and it really isn't like anything to do with the plot, but it starts going into Holly's talking about Naomi, and then she starts talking about the feelings she has for Naomi, and it gets like a little sexual, and he's like, oh, I shouldn't be reading this. And then like shuts it, and he throws it, and that was like the only thing that was
funny.
for. But yeah, there's like journals, and there's like just other things you can kind of pick up, and
It's a nice little shelter. It looks
there's
warm.
also Holly rigged up this entire area with traps. Like you end up getting hit by a trap,
It's
and
kind
then
of excessive.
there's a whistle inside the little area that if you blow it, another like hammer comes flying in the doorway. So she's just really rigged it up.
Yeah.
But you do get a recording of Naomi, and maybe this is after you leave the structure that you hear this. Naomi leaves a recording after Holly's left a good amount of recordings. You know what? I'm going to hold off. This must be after you leave this area, because
Well, I don't know. I think I'm about done. Like I had the dream, which I don't know if it's very. I don't know if it's very important in the scheme of things.
yeah. Did you end up using the camera in that little
I think I
hut?
took a picture of myself.
Okay, I took a picture of myself and Alfie,
Okay.
because you have the choice to take a picture by yourself, a picture of Alfie, or a picture of the two of you.
Yeah, I thought Kai would be more likely not to take a selfie, but I did it because I don't like Alfie.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. There's something else that requires a code that you unlock, and I can't remember what you get from there, honestly. There's just a bunch of lore that you're uncovering between Holly and Naomi.
Yeah.
You do have a little weird dream.
And in your dream, Donovan has like betrayed you, and he controls the drones. And there's like in this whole area too, we should mention there's a bunch of like dead drones.
Oh yeah, she's like put them on
Skewered
stakes
them.
because
Yeah.
apparently they have at least some sort of like fear, some like human like fear of seeing the dead.
Yeah.
versions
Well,
of
Alfie
themselves.
certainly doesn't like it. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, they're anti-drone, and have been proficient at killing them, I guess.
Yeah.
But you have this dream where the drones that are dead are like lighting up talking to you, but they're with Donovan's voice, and he's like, I don't remember. He basically is saying like, haha, I tricked you, like I'm the bad guy, kind of thing. And I'm like, this is stupid. And then you wake up and I'm like, thank goodness that's not the plot of the game.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. So after that dream, you end up leaving the area and following the map to you're trying to get back somewhere. And you start listening to more of these audio recordings, and you're getting more of Holly basically being like, okay, like we've set up camp, like there's got to be more going on here. She starts spouting all her conspiracy theories. She's like, I don't know, like mind control or like weather manipulation, and it's just like all of these like really insane things that you're like, okay, like calm down. But with what you've experienced so far, I personally was like, I mean, sounds about right. I don't know. Like weird shit has been going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, and eventually you get a recording that's actually Naomi, and she says like, she leaves this recording for Holly, basically saying like, I have to go. And like, I'm basically, I have to do this for Holly. Like I have to go. And she
What does that
leaves.
mean?
I don't really know. And this was kind of one of those plot points that I was a little confused. And so I don't know if she was trying to go like get more information and actually like infiltrate and go in to get more information for Holly, or if she was, I think it was more, we need to get rescued. I need to go. Like, I need to.
Probably more like that.
Yeah. And that's what I originally thought, but I wasn't sure. So, but it sounded like, because Holly was like, no, we don't need to get rescued. This is exactly where I want to be. Like, this is great. And Naomi is like, we're fucked out here. Like, we need to get help. And so she was like, I'm doing this for Holly. Like, I hope this doesn't like, I know that she wants to be here, so I'm not going to take her with me, but I need to go. That's the last recording that you hear from, and that's Naomi. And then the next recordings, Holly has apparently not listened to the recording or didn't understand her intentions, because she's like, I know that they've got her. Like, they took her. Like, the drones like stole her.
Well, the drones could mimic her voice, probably, right?
Yeah.
Like, of course.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like freaking out, and so now she's hell-bent on like, I need to rescue Naomi.
Do we know how long ago they were there?
2 years.
Oh, okay. So relatively
It's 2060.
recent.
All
Okay,
of their
for
stuff
them,
is dated
sure.
2060. So
Yeah.
the rest of that walk, you're basically uncovering let's see, I'm trying to see here. Oh, at one point she does say like, I finally got a signal, and I like, it was Naomi. Like, Naomi got through to me. And like, I've also heard, like, she starts talking about dreams that she's had, and it sounds really similar to the dream we've had. Like, she's saying she was hearing Naomi's voice, like we heard Donovan's voice coming through the robots. And so she's convinced, like, Naomi's alive. She told me where I need to go. And she thinks the answer is at the tower out, like, on the ice by your crash site. And you figure this out because you finally get to like the peak of this mountain where you're following the map, and you do find Holly's body there. So Holly died up on the mountain. And as you're listening to these recordings, she starts getting this really bad cough. And she's like, it's getting worse and worse. And by the end of her recordings, she just sounds like she's gonna die. Like, she's not doing well. And she's talking about how the robots are spraying this stuff on like everywhere, and it's making her sick, and it's making the animals sick. So that's why you're not seeing very many animals. Although I did see birds every now and again, but then they would get, you'd have those EMP moments, and so
dang.
Yeah, you see that she's dead, but she has this like music box that she's holding.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is Naomi the one that was coughing?
No, sorry,
No.
Holly.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And you pick up a key somewhere. It was either at the plane crash, their crash site, or at their little camp, but you have this key. And so you open up the music box, and the music starts playing, and that is what unencrypts one of the last messages from Holly.
Oh.
There's like 2 more, and Alfie's like, I can't, like, the encryption for this is like, I don't know what it is. And you play that music, and that triggers, it unencrypts.
Oh, interesting.
The last message. And that's when she says, like, Naomi, this is like, if you found this, like, just know, like, the answer, like, you're gonna find the answer at that tower. So she kind of leaves that last final message. And so now you have this information, and that's the end of episode 2.
Whoa.
Wow.
Do you guys have any questions before moving on to episode 3?
No.
No.
This is gonna be a long episode though. We're almost an hour in.
I know.
Oh,
I think
shit, really?
I think I can go pretty quick on the next. There's a lot of walking in the next few episodes.
You don't have to talk much about that.
Yeah. So episode 3 is called On Thin Ice. With the onset of a terrible storm, Kai and Alfie take shelter back on the plane. Multiple days are spent conversing about Kai's past, but Kai is beginning to sound a lot like Holly did on her recording.
Oh, no.
And like Donovan did over some of his comms. He was coughing.
He
a little
was,
bit.
you're right.
Yeah. If a thick, relentless cough isn't bad enough, things come to a breaking point when Kai begins coughing up a black substance. It becomes clear that someone will need to try and leave the site to get more rations and look for medical supplies. This brings you to the tower out by the ice. After a near disaster, Alfie and Kai make it into the tower and take shelter to investigate further. So this chapter, the beginning half of it, is really just like days spent talking to Alfie. You don't really get a lot of important plot points, but at one point you restring a ukulele and you're kind of like softening to Alfie, and because you guys have been alone for so long and you can't get a hold of Donovan anymore. And so you have this ukulele and Alfie's like, what are you going to play? And you're like, oh no, you do not want to hear me sing. I was just doing this to keep my hands busy. And Alfie's like, please, will you play something? And he's like, okay, fine.
Robots famously love art.
Yeah. And so he plays this song and it's just really sweet. It's just like a really, like, I don't know. It's just a feel good song. And his voice is not bad. Like the voice actor that sings it, it's just good.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
But eventually you're getting more sick. You do, I think, at one point kind of find out you have a wife whose name is Emma. And then you have 2 kids.
I learned about that in the first chapter
Yeah,
because I opened up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah,
haven't
too.
talked about that too much, but he does have 2 kids. But there's weird, like, you can't see your kids, or like you haven't seen your kids.
Well, they're in an invisible net, so
there's there's some drama going on with the kids that hasn't completely uncovered yet. But and also some like things that have happened with a buddy named Will that you served with. Something happened with Will. We hadn't talked about that either,
Donovan,
but Donovan
starts to
brings
bring it up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything." But like, I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So we learned this in this episode, and we'll get to it in a second. But basically, you start coughing really bad. Someone needs to go get medical supplies. You have the choice to go yourself or send Alfie. I sent Alfie. But then you like black out and then you come to and Alfie's not back. So you have to go out and find him.
Wait, where are the medical supplies?
You're thinking because down by the ice, out by that tower, there was like a parachute with a supply drop. You're hoping that there's some sort of medical supplies in there or in the tower.
So Alfie goes that far from your base?
Yeah. He breaks protocol.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Well,
gets lost.
You tell him to.
Well, yeah, but you've been telling him to break protocol the whole damn game.
Yes. No, that is, you mentioned that too. You're like, oh, okay, now you're going to break protocol. Like, yeah.
Come on.
So he gets lost or he like doesn't come back. So you go find him. It's a huge snowstorm. You're like, where the fuck have you been? And he's like, I don't know. And this is where I was like, suspicious. Where have you been?
Big
so you get down, you're like, okay, we gotta go. And so you start walking on the ice. And this is another cool, like, wear your headphones type deal. Because you can hear the echoing, like, crack that you hear as you walk on the ice.
That's cool.
And Alfie's like, this is not a good idea. And you're like, it's fine. Like, we could drive a car on this. Like, it's so thick. And then you fall through the ice.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And so Alfie dives down into the water and he, like, pulls you out. You black out because you're like you're done.
Exhausted, yeah.
You come to inside the tower and now Alfie's kind of like he's like malfunctioning because he got wet and he's not waterproof. And you find out that the tower does like you can go lower, like down. And it does seem like this was like a home base. Like there is a place where you can repair Alfie. There is a like medical facility, there's offices, there's this weird like broadcasting room where like some really intense like broadcasting equipment was out there.
Broadcasting what? Like propaganda? Like,
I don't know, or it looks like a newsroom, like
yeah.
But they're like, I don't know what this would be used for.
Weird.
So this is where you uncover that what happened with Will is you guys were flying out on a mission. And the plane crashes in like enemy territory. And so you are separated from Will and you're talking to Will and basically you're trying to find each other so you can escape together. But eventually Kai is like, I just need to go, and finds the rescue point. And like in his mind, he's assuming he's like, Will make it. Like he'll be there. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Will never makes it. And so Will doesn't die, but they do have to rescue Will because he becomes like a POW. He gets captured and like goes through hell before he gets rescued.
Oh.
And so basically Kai feels like him abandoning Will caused him to get captured before they could save him.
Mm-hmm.
So he should have kept trying to find Will, and then together they would have gone to the rescue point rather than kind of just going to the rescue point
What
on his
war?
own. I don't remember.
Well, I guess it's 2062. So
I
who
think
knows?
it's
Yeah,
like
who knows?
I was trying to think. I was like, was it World War II? And then I was like, no.
Yeah.
It's probably a war that is not like a real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where a lot of that trauma is coming from. And so you're in this similar situation, and that's why in these future episodes he's so hell-bent on finding Donovan. He's like, I cannot give up on Donovan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that again. Like, we're gonna find him and then we're gonna get rescued. So you find that out. You also find out a little bit, and I might be mixing episodes up, but I'm just going to give you this information.
Yeah, give us the plot.
You find out that there was an accident, and so your wife's actually dead. She's passed away. And you didn't handle it very well. And so there's actually a court order, so you can't see your kids.
Oh.
So like in that disaster, you like started neglecting your kids, but you're like, I wasn't neglecting them. I was only late like a few times.
No.
And yeah, so I think you get this a lot later, but I'm just going to spill it now just so you have the info.
That's so sad.
It is very sad. And so that's what Alfie has been monitoring you for, to try, because he's going to give his report to the court to see whether or not you can get your kids back.
Oh.
So that's why he's there. He's just been monitoring you over like a certain amount of time in this time that you can't see your kids.
That makes sense, because I sort of got the idea that Alfie was sort of assigned to Kai after a little bit. Like,
yes.
Yeah, he's like you find out he's like a therapy robot, and I'm like, I thought he was just like, oh, it's 2062. There's always a robot on the plane or something, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's kind of assigned to Kai. Interesting.
Yeah. But in this area, you pick up some more cards. You get James Simpson, Benji K, and Dr. Florence Barnes. I honestly, this is another person. I don't know who Dr. Florence Barnes is, but I had already dove too deep for Connie, and I was like,
it's James' secret woman.
Man.
Yeah, so we get James Simpson and Benji K, which are shout outs to people involved with the game. And then you finally do like reach the top. You end up going up. I maybe said down. I meant up.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I was imagining like, damn, this is like Annihilation.
Oh, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
No, it's you end up going up. I'm so sorry. I just watched that movie too. And you get this like radio thing that you're able to kind of turn on. Oh, and God, I forgot about this. Holly also talks about they're jamming the signal. Like there's a bunch of signal jamming going on in this area, and that's why no one can get any signals out. So getting to this tower is possibly going to help you get a signal out. And she describes basically like they're really smart. So like if you find a way to like if there are weaknesses in the signal, so you just have to find where the signal is, or like
where you could break through it.
Yeah, where the jammer is weak. So you get to the top of this radio, you put your little like thing that you took from the communication center,
the amplifier
or something in there, or maybe it's the radio. I don't fucking remember. You put something in there, and then all of a sudden you hear Donovan. Donovan breaks through. He's coming through, and he's like trying to tell you where he is. And he's like,
wait, is he on his watch?
No, like coming through this like signal. Like he's
but
broadcasting, not through the watch, through the radio that you.
But how is Donovan broadcasting?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's confusing.
Mystery.
But he's like, yeah, they took me past like a bunch of big fans and like machinery. They've been moving me around. And you're like, who is they? Like, tell me. And he's like, I don't know, man. Like, but they keep moving. And
this is getting good.
And he's like, I don't know how to tell you where I am, but like I'm in, he's like describing this area, and you think you've figured it out. And then he says Naomi's name. He says, oh, and this girl Naomi. And you were like, wait,
Whoa.
Naomi? And he's like, yeah. Oh shit, they're coming back. And then he clicks off.
What the hell?
And you're like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell? This is like Lost.
Yeah, a little
it
bit.
is.
Yeah. So that is the end of episode 3.
What's that episode called?
That was On Thin Ice.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sure.
And then we have episode 4, which is Ascension.
Oh.
With new intel on where Donovan has been taken, Kai and Alfie make the long trek through the woods back to Donovan's original camp spot at the power plant. After gaining entry to the giant doors leading up the mountain, most of this chapter is spent talking with Alfie about life and what it means to be human.
Do you got to walk that whole damn way?
No.
Okay.
No, it starts you kind of like mostly there.
Good.
While chasing one of the drones, Kai falls through some ice again, but this time there's no water beneath. Below is an underground cavern with more science equipment and tests. After making it out and reaching the top of the mountain, Kai finds that yet again, Donovan has been moved. You reconnect over comms. He starts rambling again about how things are an illusion. After leaving the station, Kai hears a plane flying overhead and races to the highest peak to shoot another flare. But something strange happens. As the flare flies higher and higher, it suddenly makes contact with something solid in the air. It appears as though the sky is actually a large dome.
The Truman Show.
Literally, I was like, it's the Truman Show! So this is there's a lot of walking.
This is getting
and talking.
crazy.
I know. There's a lot of walking and talking. You hear more about your family. There's a conversation about
oh no.
between Alfie of like what makes a human, and you kind of go back and forth, and it's just like actually kind of an interesting conversation, because you're saying like, I mean, well, consciousness, like having a conscience and like that's part of what makes you a human. And then at one point, I can't even remember the conversation, but maybe I wrote it down. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I had to this is where I had to restart a couple scenes in this chapter. I write slow walking in all caps. This is where you find out about the accident with Emma and the court order with the kids. Is this the Truman Show?
Yeah, this is a Truman Show that's orchestrated by the court to see what you're really like.
That was one of, at this point, I was like, oh my God, is this just like a big simulation as like a test?
Yeah.
To like re-trigger my traumas to see if I'm ready to be back
That's
with my
fucked.
kids.
Jeez,
But like,
brutal.
it seemed so similar. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But so you climb all the way up, you make it to this huge mountain, like at the very top, and you basically reconnect with Donovan. He's like still broadcasting through the machinery here, and he shows you these pictures. He's like, this is where I am. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is where I am. And it's pictures of like another big dome like facility with like beautiful like trees and like plant life around it.
Yeah, this game does have like a great juxtaposition of like huge tech industry and like gorgeous Alaska.
Yeah. And so he's like, you gotta find me. Like, you just gotta find me. This is where I am. And then things cut out again. And you hear the plane, you run outside, you shoot your little gun, and then it ricochets off, and it's actually like this dome has enclosed you in here. I imagine what happened is when your plane came through, the dome shut, and that's what sliced the tail off, because they talk about the tail being sliced clean off.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I imagine. And then that also happened
That's crazy.
with the other planes. So
Yeah.
that was my theory.
It's like a Venus flytrap for planes.
Come on by. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a very like philosophical conversation that goes on between like you and Alfie about what makes you human. And then he also comments, and this was another, I was like, why are you this? I'm suspicious of you, because he's like, well, what would happen if you just took the human consciousness and put it into a drone? Would they still be human? And
Alfie, that's a nonsensical question.
Yeah.
but then I was like, what are you implying? Are you trying to like gain
He's like,
consciousness?
help me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So, but yeah, you end up like turning on a bunch of huge pylons to get like electricity going. That's
You
where
do
I
that
had to-
earlier too.
Do you?
Yeah, the huge wind turbines.
Oh yeah. This has like electricity, like lasering through the sky.
Great.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. This is just like so much walking. We're just gonna skip over it because
Please.
it's just
Yeah.
walking
Please.
and talking. I hopefully am not missing anything else, but we get to chapter 5. This is after
Which
this
is
whole
called
Truman Show.
Is it called Truman Show?
No.
Oh, I was gonna be like, man.
Sorry, episode 5, which is called Aurora.
Okay.
After discovering you're enclosed in some sort of simulated dome, Kai has made camp outside the mountaintop facility. But very quickly, another one of those drones shows up, appearing to be leading you somewhere. Kai follows the drone all the way down to a part of the mountain that's been sealed off behind a wall and door. After powering up a vehicle and crashing through the door, Kai finds himself in the very place Donovan claims to be. But once he makes it to Donovan, an unsavory discovery is made and a very important decision must also be made.
When you say this drone is like leading you, are you just chasing it, or is it like waiting
It's like
for
stopping and wait.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
hovering and
Oh.
waiting. And I think that at one point Donovan had said like, follow the drones or something like that. I don't know. You're kind of...
This is so weird.
Yeah. And so now Alfie's like, do you think that by an illusion, like this is all an illusion, Donovan meant the sky? Like, do you think that's why? And Kai's like, no, he would have just told me about, like, he wouldn't have been cryptic about it. Like, I don't understand why he's being so cryptic. Like, he would have just told me about the sky
Yeah.
if he knew about the sky.
Well, I always thought Donovan was kind of a poetic guy, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Maybe about food.
Yeah. fair.
Yeah, but so you end up going down the mountain. You're talking to Alfie more, and you find more cards, little access cards at the garage where the cars are right before you crash into this other facility.
Do you get to
area.
drive the car around?
You
or is
do.
it okay? That's fun.
You do actually. You end up getting into a car through in a different tunnel and crashing it immediately because you can't control it.
Oh, whoops.
But this one, so you find Alejandro Moralo and Rafael Mogas's cards, and then you get in the vehicle and you just race it towards the door. You have to ram through it twice and then you get in.
Nice.
Once you get in, it's crazy. There's like all these drones running around. They're tending to the plants. Like there's plant life everywhere. And then there's a whole like beehive like thing.
Whoa.
Like a bunch, like a colony of bees that are being kept alive here. They have their own like little hives, but they're like mechanically built kind of where
weird.
they're coming in and out of. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's hive inside, but this is when you find out that Kai is allergic to bees.
Sweet.
There's
Nice.
2 paths you can take. You can go through the like straightaway to get where you need to go, but you have to go through the bees.
Not the bees.
You can go through the like plants and go by the drones. And I was kind of suspicious because Alfie was like, I'm getting like an aggressive vibe from them. Oh my gosh. And you know what else I forgot?
Huh.
Earlier in an episode, you have the opportunity to upgrade Alfie because you fix him.
What?
So you can bring him in, you have to fix his little water damage. And then
Yeah.
it gives you the option. It's like, oh, there's upgrades. You can choose like
That's fun.
some sort of like decryptor chip,
Oh.
something that makes him like gives him strong metal arms, and then there's one other thing, but I chose the decryptor chip.
Oh, the
Oh,
arms.
yeah.
Well,
You could look like Geodude.
Yeah, Jack.
and that decision helps you in the future.
That's fun.
But I think you still can get through.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
different creative ways for Alfie to help you through situations.
Sure.
So,
That's
yeah.
cool though.
So
I like that.
because he has this like decryptor or whatever, because that's what I chose, because I thought he'd be able to communicate with the drones then.
Oh.
He still really can't, but he's like, I'm getting an aggressive vibe from them. Like, I don't want to go through. I don't want to go near them. So I chose to go through the bees. And then I got stung by a bee. And then you get into this like facility in the middle, and then you find there's one last like sting kit left. So you're able to give yourself a sting kit and you're okay.
That's good.
And then you find a beekeeper suit that you put on to walk through the rest of the place.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you get through the other doors, and then there's that huge dome that you saw in the picture.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're like, that's it. That's where I'm going. So you get into the dome, and it's a lot of talking with Donovan. So you're like having to like circle this dome to get all the way to the top. There's a lot of food, so I was like, I must need all this food. You don't need all the food.
Yeah.
No.
But I picked it all up.
Were there any Karens inside that you could breathe at? What do you do if you have to breathe?
There was a Karen right before you got to the bees.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And so you're getting to the top. You're like, Donovan, how am I talking to you? Like, where are you? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm somewhere in here. Like, you just come find me, please. Like, I don't know where I am. I don't know how I'm communicating with you, but I'm in here. And so you get to the top. And then once you get to the top, you end up having to go down. This is where you go down.
Okay.
Oh.
So you take the elevator all the way down, and basically to get into the lower lab area, you have to collect samples. So this is another little puzzly time where you kind of go level by level, collecting
Science.
different samples that you need. And once you get all those samples, you can go down into the lower lab.
So it's like Costco. You got to get all the samples before
yeah.
you can leave.
Heck
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
I would be a gold winner at that. So
This is where you get Joff Winks's card. And that was the last like key card that you get in the last Joff.
Joff. I don't hear Joff a lot anymore.
And this is actually where you realize that you started neglecting your kids. That's where that all comes out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you know.
That's when Kai starts to realize this.
And so you get all the way down. You get to this room. It opens up, and there's this huge like water incubator system. And floating inside of it is Donovan's body and Naomi's body.
Whoa.
And
Wait, but you already saw Naomi's body.
No, we saw Holly's body.
We saw Holly's body.
Oh,
not
I
Naomi's.
thought this whole time I thought that was Naomi's body.
Oh.
Because that's what you said, and then
Oh, no.
no,
I meant
I'm sorry.
Holly.
Okay.
So Holly died on the mountain.
Because Holly had the cough.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought Holly had the cough, but Naomi died on the mountain.
No.
Because Naomi left, and then you find her body, and I was like, you didn't get very far.
I had the
No.
other way, so I was
Okay.
following.
Okay.
But I
Okay,
don't know.
I'm dumb.
No,
I don't know.
no.
Okay. When I edit it, I'll make sure I say Holly, and then you will sound dumb if I did say Holly.
Well, just cut that part out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No.
I can be dumb.
No. It's just know that if I didn't say Holly earlier, I'm going to edit it to say Holly. So that's why Rylan sounds dumb. You don't sound dumb.
That's
You
my
don't
excuse
sound
for the rest of my life. That's why I sound dumb.
I'm going to edit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it appears as though the drones have taken both at one point or another have captured the bodies and integrated them into basically the
Their
network.
like consciousness.
Yeah. So yeah, they've been integrated like into the system, and so that's why he's been talking to you like over this. He doesn't realize it. Like he mentally thinks that he's trapped in a room.
Like he can't like understand that he's not a body anymore.
Yes. And then he talks about, he's like, oh, and this is like Naomi. She's the girl in the room next to me. And then you start hearing Naomi talk. She also only thinks she's been there for a couple days. And they've just been hanging out waiting for rescue.
So they're in like science tubes? Like I'm thinking like
It's just like one big like circular.
They're
like,
part of the internet.
It's like, yeah, they've been uploaded to the internet.
dang.
And so you're like, fuck. And so you tell them that, they start freaking out.
How are you
and they're
supposed to
like,
rescue him
"What?"
from the internet?
Yeah.
Well, you are able, the sound of Naomi's voice unencrypts the very last message.
Oh.
And so it's basically Holly saying like, I can't even remember. It wasn't super helpful, but it was more like Naomi hearing Holly's voice and realizing that she was dead. And basically she says like, they're really smart. They catch on when you're trying to
Escape?
get to these like
the
weak
weak
points,
points.
and
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
patch them. So you have to be really quick. But if you get this thing on your watch that she like, I don't know, sends to you, you somehow get some upgrade on your watch.
Download my free app.
Yeah, and it is like it tells you like the strength of like,
the
and you have to
jammer.
follow where it's weakest, and you end up getting to this facility where it's super weak, and you can see like videos of all the other places that you've been, and it's like, what the hell? And then you realize that the place that you are is not on. And so you go to turn it on, and all of a sudden this like robot voice takes over.
Oh.
And she's like, "Hi, Kai. Like, what's up? My name's Aurora." And Aurora says basically like, well, like Donovan and Naomi were in terrible shape when I found them. They're much better now. Like that, I saved them. Like there's like, what are you talking about? Also, like you've just helped me complete my grand plan. Thank you. And then she like, you see on the cameras, all of these drones are being dispatched and they're spraying all this stuff like they've been doing the entire game.
Yeah.
But something you realize kind of on your way down when you're collecting samples is that a gas gets sprayed and it kills like living things, but the plants like thrive.
Oh.
And so basically this facility was created to help fight global warming. And it's supposed to help like plant growth.
Like a carbon filter.
Yeah,
in a sense.
exactly.
Yeah. But what it turned into was, in my opinion, the AI taking over and basically just deciding we're going to kill everything and help the plants grow. Like this is, I don't even know that they think it's a bad thing. They're like, this is just it.
Yeah, their command was probably grow the plants, and that was it.
Yeah. And so they're just doing their job. But I think what happened and why Earth Day was like such a like monumental thing when you said that, I was like, oh, the AI eventually decided, oh, we need to start spraying everywhere, and just killed all of the people that used to work there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know where the bodies are. I'm sure the drones took care of them.
Well, after
they've
10
been
years,
dragging people around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you realize like you have to make a choice. Like you have to turn off, like you have to turn everything off, power everything off to stop these drones.
And that's going to include Donovan and Naomi.
And that includes Donovan and Naomi. And then
so is Alfie a good guy or not?
Alfie's a good guy.
Okay.
Do you get to pick whether you do or do not do that? Or is it like you have to do this?
So you basically have to choose between sacrificing. So Alfie brings this up and he says, I can save them. I can upload their consciousness into me, and then they'll be alive.
Oh my God, you'd have to be Alfie.
Well, and that's what Donovan's like, no. And he's like, well, no, it'd be temporary. Like we would be able to, like science can get you like, I don't know, like either another body. We can transfer your consciousness. You guys don't have to share my robot head for the rest of your lives.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But then you're like, but Alfie, wouldn't that kill you? And he's like, yeah. It would. And then I took a picture of what he says because
this is great, dude. Donovan would give you such a good recommendation in court.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, for sure, dude.
let me just.
Yeah, probably not a good look though if you come back from a trip and your therapy automaton's like fucked up and broken and not there.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
so
your plane crashes though, you know, like it happens.
It all ends up okay. So, but Alfie says, I believe I understand now. The choice to control my own existence for something beyond myself is what gives purpose. At least for me, this is what it means to be a person, to be alive.
Nice.
Oh, good quote.
And that's what he says when you're like, no, Alfie, like it's going to kill you. And he's like, I think that's okay. Cause this makes me feel like a person because I can choose to, you know, sacrifice myself, whatever. But you do get the choice if you want to sacrifice Alfie or sacrifice
Donovan
and Naomi and keep Alfie alive.
What did you decide to do?
I sacrificed Alfie because it seemed like he really wanted to. He was really like adamant about like, I feel like I found my purpose. Like this was my purpose. Like, please let me do this.
Yeah.
And so you upload Donovan and Naomi into Alfie. But before you do that, he says, I've created a report. And you kind of talk to him about how you're like, I see what you're saying now. Like, I've been wrong. Like, I understand. Like, the court order wasn't bad. It was how I reacted to the court order that was bad.
Yeah.
And it's affecting my children. I see that now. And so, and you kind of had
I'll tell this robot anything.
Yeah.
you'd had like a longer conversation about it. And then at this point, Alfie's like, I've written up my report. It will stay. I'll just make sure that it gets to the right people, but it'll stay within this like spot.
This story is way better than Firewatch.
Yeah,
I know.
way better than Firewatch.
Way better than
Yeah,
Firewatch.
yeah. And so, so you upload them and then you have to escape. You get outside, you contact someone because you've turned off the jammer like completely and you've powered everything down. And so you get a hold of someone and they come and rescue you. And then the last scene is like on one of the screens from where Aurora was taking over. It's like a video of the plane that you're in that saved you. And it's reading through Alfie's last report. So talking about all of the like strides that you've taken and how much you've improved and how you basically should be able to go be with your kids again.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the very last scene, the light below it that's been dead lights up green.
Yeah.
Wait, the light below what?
Below the screen that's showing the plane
Like it powered back on.
Like Aurora was powering back
yeah.
on. Yeah. So
Mother
and
trucker.
that's the end.
That's fun.
Dang.
But I think for me, the end of it just being like the plane flying away, I was like, it was a little anticlimactic for me. But
Yeah.
their
it was
tail
good.
gets chopped off again. They fall down. It's like, got me again.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think that's why I put it at a 3.5 because I thought story, like plot wise, it was,
That was
so much
good.
better
Yeah.
than Firewatch.
Yeah.
No, I was like invested hearing you talk about it. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a little bit of a longer episode. Honestly, both of these were a little longer, but yeah. So
Dang, I
that's
feel
it.
like can you like put something in the first episode that's like me saying, "Wow, the story is way better than Firewatch," because after hearing the story now, I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah.
I don't want to walk through the 10 hours
Yeah,
of
I don't want to
gameplay,
walk through
but I
it,
gotta say, if you like the story, this sounds sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Dang.
yeah.
Great.
This concludes the discussion episode for Arctic. Wait
Awakening.
a second. I wrote Arctic Ascension.
Arctic Aurora.
Yeah.
This concludes the discussion episode for Arctic Awakening. Please join us next week for the rating episode of By Sweet Carol, followed by its discussion episode the week after. Please go and give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. You can email us with any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests if there's something you would like us to review. Just make sure you include game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And you can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide. Our Patreon can be found at patreon.com/letmebeyourgg. Thank you so much for listening. We can't wait to see you next week. And thank you so much for letting me be your game guide. GG, y'all.
Bye.
So the dev actually looks like an egg. No, like in a good way. Google it.